The Oromo movement, often referred to as the Oromo expansion, in the 16th century was not caused by a single event, but rather by a combination of social, environmental, and geopolitical factors. Historians generally agree that the main case or primary driver was a mix of the internal Gada system and the power vacuum left by the devastating wars between the Christian Highland Kingdom and the Adel Sultanate. Here are the primary causes broken down. 1. The Gada system social and political driver. The most unique internal driver was the Gada system, the traditional Oromo social and political organization. The Luba class. Every 8 years, a new class of leaders, the Luba, assumed power to prove their bravery and gain prestige. The men of the Luba grade were traditionally expected to engage in a ceremony called butter, expansionist nature. This ceremony often involved military expeditions to acquire new cattle and land. As the population grew, the need for new territory to accommodate each successive Gada grade pushed the Oromo further from their ancestral heartlands. Like Maida Wallabu. 2. The power vacuum, the geopolitical driver. The 16th century saw a massive, bloody conflict between the Christian kingdom Abyssinia and the Adel Sultanate, led by Imam Ahmad ibn Ibrahim al-Ghazi, also known as Gragan. Mutual exhaustion. This 14-year war 1529 to 1543 completely exhausted both empires. Their armies were depleted, their treasuries were empty, and their control over peripheral territories vanished. The open door. When the Oromo began moving, they encountered very little organized resistance. The border garrisons of both the Christians and the Muslims had been destroyed, allowing the Oromo to move into the central and northern highlands with relative ease. 3. Demographic and ecological pressure, the environmental driver. Population growth. Before the 16th century, the Oromo were concentrated in the cool, fertile highlands of southern Ethiopia, Bale, Sidamo regions. Success in cattle herding led to a boom in both human and livestock populations. Search for pasture. The Oromo were primarily pastoralists, cattle herders. As their herds grew, they needed more grazing land and water. Ecological changes or local droughts likely forced them to seek greener pastures in the central and western parts of the Horn of Africa. For superior military organization, the Oromo used a highly effective military tactic called the Ilma Gada, the sons of Gada. Unlike the feudal armies of the Christians or Muslims, which were made up of peasants, the Oromo fighters were mobile, well-trained through the Gada system, and used rapid hit-and-run tactics. They also practiced Mogasa adoption, integration. When they moved into a new area, they would often integrate local people into Oromo clans.